Hey everyone, Matron here, bringing you another Starcraft 2 commentary. This time something special, a clan war between EG, Evil Geniuses, and vVv Gaming. So this is part of the SCL clan wars. This is actually the finals. So it pits EG versus vVv in a best of 7, or kind of a best of 7. Each team brings 4 players, and you keep playing until you lose, and then another player from your team plays. So EG Strifecro and vVv NGry are going to be playing this first game, and whichever one of them loses, one of their teammates will play the winner, and it just keeps going on and on until you knock out all 4 players on the opposing team. So I think team games are probably one of the untapped markets, or one of the great things about StarCraft 2, which not a lot of people realize. Many of these players join these teams, they practice with them daily, they travel with them to tournaments, they sometimes even bunk together or live together like OGS and Team Liquid are doing over in Korea right now for GSL 3. And we hardly ever get to see them play together as a team and compete together as a team. In MLGs and IEMs, they play actually against each other when they meet in the bracket. So they hardly ever get a chance to really team up and, you know, have that camaraderie and really root for each other. So wanted to bring you this team game. So it looks like Strifecro throwing down that hatchery. We are on Metalopolis and we are on cross positions as well. So it looks like he's going to be going for a hatch first. NGry getting up a second barracks, so maybe going for a lot of early aggression here, which could be difficult for Strifecro to deal with if he does not get up some lings or a spine crawler. Looks like he's now getting out a spawning pool. And we'll see how many Marines NGry's going to go with here. But again, this will be the first game of this this clan war between EG and vVv Gaming. I believe vVv stands for Valor, Vision, and Victory. And they tend to be they're an older gaming team. They play lots of first-person shooters and other games, and haven't really heard of them too much in the StarCraft 2 scene. Obviously, Evil Geniuses we've heard of, Root Gaming, Team Liquid especially. So be interested to see what these vVv players have in store for us. It looks like we have Marines streaming out non-stop from these 2 barracks, and be interested to see how many it takes before he starts moving out here. Again, these cross positions going to take a while for him to get to his opponent's base. We see a spine crawler going down, 2 queens on the way. Actually just 1 queen, so it looks like cutting a queen for that spine crawler. So Strifecro really wants to make sure he's not going to go down to early Marine pressure here, and that's an interesting decision. So it looks like these Zerglings poking at those Marines and getting some good scouting information. He sees that his opponent is going to be pushing here with the Marines, and he's going to want to make some more defenses. Just has the 1 spine crawler, the now 7 Zerglings, and the queen here. Now creating that second queen, we see an SCV coming along with a few Marines here. Enable sound for you all. So the Marines are going to have to try to skirt this spine crawler. Again, we don't see a lot of Zergs put down this early spine crawler in this economic build. It costs Strifecro a queen there, so we typically see them go for the 2 queens, but now these Marines are going to have to dance around that spine crawler. It's going to be very difficult to engage. We've seen this early Marine pressure with SCVs in the GSL 3. Rain doing a great job taking down Zerg opponents with it left and right, people complaining about cheese. But we have not seen too many Zergs invest in this spine crawler and the early defenses, trying to be a little more risky and take a more economic build. So we see a Zergling just patrolling all around, wants to make sure that there are no more proxy barracks. And NGry taking this opportunity with the early aggression here. He did not have to attack, did not engage that spine crawler, and did not lose any Marines, but he has gotten himself an expansion here, secured it, and will have it up and running shortly. Also has a bunker, so Strifecro with that Zergling scout does know that the expansion is down, and it is 24 harvesters to 24, and now Strifecro really has nothing to do with these Zerglings. Just 1 gas working for Strifecro right now, so we won't have enough for Lair Tech quite yet, getting down a Baneling nest. So he sees his opponent going for mass Marine, and Baneling's one of the good counters to Marines. With those Banelings, he's going to want to spread creep a little bit once he does have some excess energy on those Queens. Baneling's rolling much faster on the creep, a lot easier to micro and engage those Marines. Looks like these Lings are going to be camping outside the base of NGry. Does not want to engage this bunker quite yet, but maybe getting them in position once his Baneling nest finishes. They are Speedlings, and the Baneling nest is finished. Now we may see a run by, but losing too many Lings here, he does not want to engage these forces. See NGry doing a good job spreading out these Marines, throwing down another bunker, making sure that the Lings are not able to get in the northern side of this expansion. And now just powering SCVs and mules here. Looks like NGry has gotten down another orbital command, actually 2 orbital commands, so he may be going for the mass orbital command build, which we've seen theorized and talked about quite a bit recently over the last 2 weeks. What this is going to allow him to do is really mass up the mules, and he's not going to have to make as many supply depots, not going to have to make as many SCVs, and when he's ready to take an expansion, the orbital command will be ready right away. So up to 4 orbitals right now, and he's also going to have pretty much unlimited scans as well. So right now he's just at the 31 SCVs, Zerg player's at 44 drones, and he is using those 3 mules. So we see the Speedlings moving in here, going to make sure that there's no third expansion quite yet. Strifecro doing a good job spreading out these overlords. He's going to have sight all over the map. And we see that NGry is using the Marines here patrolling, making sure that there are no drops or Mutalisk play coming in. We do see a lair about to complete for Strifecro, so I wonder what lair tech he is going to choose. It's not been spreading creep too well, and is getting up a third about to complete. Looks like he's going for a Spire, so we will be going for the Mutaling and Baneling, and it's pretty good against the Marines here. Also sometimes see Infestor play against Marines. It's going to stick those Marines, do a lot of damage, and make them a lot easier to hit with those Banelings. So it looks like we now have missile turrets coming up for NGry somewhere here. Looks like they're being built in anticipation for those Mutalisks. I'm not sure if he did a scan. Looks like he did, and he did see the Spire. So going to be able to counter his opponent and taking down the Overseer here, doing his best to before the Overseer can see his build order. And again, the Overseer's just going to see these 5 racks, a few of them with these reactors, and he's going to be confident that his opponent is again just going for straight Marines. We do see that the level 1, both armor and weapons upgrades are coming for NGry, and now moving out with this large Marine force with stim and with combat shields. Combat shield is doing a lot for those Marines against Mutalisks and against those Zerglings, giving them a little more HP. And with this many Marines, 2 pages of Marines, that's a lot of extra hit points. NGry going to take those Overlords down, so Strifecro doing a good job spreading Overlords, getting sight on the map, but now he might regret that as he is losing Overlords. Not yet side-capped, still just 105 over 152. Looks like NGry going to be moving in, trying to take down as many of these drones as they retreat. Strifecro doing a good job transferring these drones, and a lot of Banelings coming in. Wow, a ton of damage done by those 2 Banelings to these Marines. But again, this is just a split force for Strifecro, or for NGry. The majority of the Marines are taking on this hatchery and going to kill it right there. And this may be too many Marines for Strifecro to handle with these Banelings, especially without creep spread. See a scan there, and I'm not sure NGry is going to want to engage that many Banelings, especially on their creep. They do have that home field advantage, and Strifecro needs to keep spreading that creep. So now we see the Banelings and Zerglings going to try to move into position to flank these NGry's Marines as they do try to retreat. So NGry just moving in here, not really sure what he wants to do, but here come the Zerglings.